Alright, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. So last time we followed up on the investigation to the murders and also stalked? That's not the word I was looking for. Talked to Gortash. So yeah, let's look at our rented rooms and then we're going to continue our investigation. Hopefully warn everybody that's on this list. Yeah, so this becomes our camp now we've rented out the rooms here. They even brought my statue in. Yeah, so Aelin and Isobel are here. Here are beds. Here are the beds for the other companions. Where's Will? There he is. Yeah, I ought to talk to him. Ooh, Halsin's actually whittling away by the looks of it. It's one of the changes from one of the recent patches, adding more camp idols.
Your tadpole quivers, revealing your discussion with Mizora to Will.
Shit. Father's been taken, and Mizora started to scheme. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning?
Yeah, the music in the background is a little bit unique. It has lyrics and such. I actually find it a little bit distracting when I'm trying to read stuff, so usually I'll just like pop out my earbuds while I'm reading. Yeah, Mizora's up to nothing good, that's for certain.
Certainly not. But she's as inevitable as Toril's path around the sun. We'll have answers soon enough. Let's talk to Mizora. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to.
Should also clarify, I don't dislike the music. I actually rather do like the fact that it's interesting music. It's just while reading things specifically, I'll pop out my earbuds. So yeah, Stelmane has been murdered. Did you know her at all?
I met her twice. The first time, I was a boy of 7 or 8, at a banquet in the Flaming Fist's honor. One look and I was smitten. Chestnut hair that flowed behind her like willow fronds, as she floated from one room to the next as if carried by clouds. The second time, Stelmane was different. Even with the aid of a cane, each step she took was a struggle. Every word she spoke took great physical effort. A stroke victim? I asked Father later. No, he said. A stroke survivor.
Huh, so she had a stroke then. Gone before her time, it sounds like. What a tragedy.
Not a tragedy. A calculated cruelty. Think about it. My father was tadpoled. Stelmane is dead. The people are frightened and the council's in disarray. To exert control, you must first sow chaos. A tyrant's strategy, as father would say. These murders aren't random acts. Someone powerful is guiding the killer's hand, and the city is made weaker for it.
Ah, so that's why Stelmane's name was on the murder list. Well, speaking of the murders that are going on in the city, I guess I should tell you, because I feel like I can trust you with this information. You're a good sort. So I found out that I am born of the Lord of Murder. I am Ballspawn.
Hells. It explains so much. Listen to me. I knew another like you. Gorion's ward. One of Baldur's Gate's great heroes. Baal's blood ran through their veins too. They burned away their own darkness with their own inner light. They chose courage. They chose honor. And so can you.
In continuing the trend of callbacks to earlier games, Gorion's ward is the player character from the first two. Yes, interesting callback there. Also, I knew that Will would take that well. In fact, I think I've told all of the all the follower companion. Oh wait, no, not Halsin. I sometimes forget that he's a proper companion now because he spent so long in our camp as not one.
When I first met you, saving yourself from Ceremorphosis was your greatest wish. And yet now, you've stepped closer to embracing it. I trust your leadership and respect your decisions, but I truly hope this is not something we come to regret.
Have you heard from Thaniel since we moved on?
I have. He speaks to me during my nightly meditations. He is well, and Oliver also. At times they are one, and at others they divide. Easier for playing, perhaps. And the land thrives also. I doubt you would recognize it. Perhaps one day, you and I can both return and see it for ourselves.
I don't actually really know how you will react. Halsin's probably the companion that I know the least about. I guess I'll have a go at telling you anyway, if you do try to cause trouble, which I don't think you will. If you do try to cause trouble, you are pretty outnumbered here. I understand my affliction at last. I am Balspawn. The Lord of Murder compels me.
You are a mortal child of Baal. Be careful with whom you share that fact. I hear many of your kind have met premature ends.
Okay, that was a fairly neutral response. But yeah, this is where we'll be staying throughout Act 3. Our camp is this room. If you don't rent this room, you basically stay in an abandoned part of the city. Perhaps I should have a word with Yenna, because Rav kind of suspects that this might be Orin.
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
Can't question her. In fact, you can't question any of your companions, which is a little bit weird, but oh well.
Let's see what this does.
Let's see what this does, he says while opening the door that leads out of the rooms. Right, so let's take a look at that murder list, why don't we? Who is next on it? Cora Highbury. Large home near Baldur's Mouth Gazette, Lower City. Huh, she's not too far. I suspect we should inform her next because the list does seem to be somewhat sequential. I warned him first because he was kind of on our way to speaking to Devella.
What do I think of Lord Gortash's still watch? I think I was too harsh.
Cora.
Why, hello there. We were just about to try some of Master Metzley's delightful wines. Would you care to join us?
Oh, they do look ever so tasty.
Ah, Mrs. Highbury, I prefer to conduct tastings individually, so I may assess your palate.
Call me Cora, Master Metzley. And I'm afraid I must insist on their joining us. Wine's no good without company, after all.
The wine scent is almost sickly sweet, with an acrid note just on the periphery. Poison.
Yeah, and this is a dwarf dressed in red. That armor does look a lot like the armor that we found in his room. Not to mention the skull nose ring. Yeah, that wine is poisonous, Cora. This man is trying to kill you.
No, it was perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You have sullied it with knowledge, made it an unclean sacrifice. I will remember your face, and I will peel it from your skull should you interfere again.
This is where your spree is ended. Ah, I see. You have doppelganger friends who have transformed into you to confuse things a bit. Although I suspect this is the real one, because 1, this is where you were standing, and 2, because you have more hit points, but that part's a little bit meta. I don't think he actually really shuffled around. Let's try to disarm you, why don't we? It provokes opportunity. Ah, there's another one right here. Go away. Athletics failed, but I still shove. Okay. Don't question it.
I will not know failure.
Okay, you dropped your weapon. Let's trip you now. God. Lae'zel, you hit like a fucking truck. Let's menace you. And you're just dead. Oh, he didn't even have time to dimension door away. I was gonna get it with like psychic dominance to make him stay, but no, I didn't have to. Oh boy. Sweeping attack, please. Huh. That didn't do a lot of damage. I thought it would have. It only does your superiority die? That's kind of garbage. Might as well just use cleave. Okay. Oh, and he's paralyzed now. Fuck. Nope, you shall miss. Oh, you got me with your offhand. How very rude. Okay. My turn. My turn indeed. Don't mind me. Just getting myself away from the front lines. Really? I can't... Well, fuck. I thought I'd be able to shoot you from up here. Did I just fuck myself up? How about if I were to use, like, this? I can kind of find a way to do this, I think. Okay, yeah, I can get you two. There we go. Oop, and I saved. Good. I don't think I'm going to use a rage. Maybe. Oh, they actually do have a decent amount of health, and there's 4 of them at the moment. We have 3 charges, I might as well. What would this look like? Ooh. Ooh. I like that. Nah. In fact, Oh, that uses your entire action, not just an attack. Very well. I'm kind of thinking...
Nothing will stand in my way.
I want to remove these from my reactions, because I don't use them. I don't like how many sorcery points it uses. Maybe I would use them if if using pact slots for creating sorcery points actually fucking worked, but it doesn't, annoyingly. Okay. Lae'zel. I don't really see a point in disarming you, because I think that those are just pretty standard daggers. In fact, I'm gonna just save my superiority dice, I think. Or superiority die. Once again, doppelgangers, so for some reason Call the Weak doesn't work on them. That did 0 damage to her. Astarion. Welcome to the fight, friend. Good crit. Have a bite. And then stab again. Ah, or not. You weirdo. Why would you do that? I guess I could have flown down on my last turn. I kind of forgot about that for some reason. Probably because it's a new ability for Rav. Okay. How much damage does each beam do for me? Hold on. 6 to 15. I'm pretty likely... Wait, or is that... Oh, that's calculating all 3, I think. No, that's calculating one of them. Because maximum damage would be 10 plus 5. Yeah, so I'm pretty likely to kill with that. Or I could just miss. Oh well. Yeah, let's get a bit of black hole going. Okay, so you resisted. That's fine. Why would you do that, you little weirdo? Okay, that's what you're wasting your turn with. Not very smart.
Say bye-bye.
Game's got to think about it for a second. That sometimes happens for some reason. Ah, that killed. Can I loot? No? Oh, there we go. Tombstone Shopkey, a promising candidate. Interim report. The Scarred Dwarf is a promising candidate for a holy assassin. Though he is personally crude, his methods of homicide are artistic and even innovative. He has set up a deadly wine festival to eliminate his next target. I, for one, will be observing it closely. Shalar Koru. Yes, I read that in the middle of combat. No, I am not sorry.
Tactical.
Disadvantage. Oh, because I'm mind reader.
It has it.
I was just turning Great Weapon Master back on before I forgot. Okay, let's search the rest of them now. Daggers.
Moving in. Something
Rig.
good here. I hope.
Dolor Armus.
Don't mind if I do.
And dagger +2. What does Dolor Armus do? When you land a critical hit with this weapon, deal an additional 7 damage. Dagger +2. It's just a dagger +2. Right. Now, he does look like he can talk, but I don't think he will speak to his killer. Do we have a scroll of disguise self or something? Yes, we do. Let's... Mask strong tiefling, sure. Alright, so now he hopefully will not recognize us.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure from previous playthroughs that he's one that won't speak to his killer. Why were the targets chosen?
The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
Also pretty sure this is my first time actually speaking to his corpse. What is the murder tribunal?
Tribunal.
The corpse tries to speak, but something prevents it.
Running into the same block we ran into with the doppelgangers in the cellar tunnels. Why did you kill all those people?
My becoming unholy assassin.
How do I get access to the murder tribunal? Hopefully this one will not be blocked.
Speak the word at the door. Bring proof of 2 sacrifices.
What word must be spoken?
Sicarius.
Sicarius.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
It's funny how for my illusory disguise, I chose to look half illithid still. Or Rav did, rather. I didn't actually do that. Right, Dolor. Torn and bloody page. The following text is printed haphazardly on torn bloody page titled Dirge of the Unholy Assassin. Neath Candlehollow, quiet tombs, lies a path to the murder's boons. If entry down below's your aim, seek trigger hidden by frame. Sicarius, the door awaits, to admit those who seek their fates. If to continue you insist, show trophy rent from wrist, of sacrifice of our Lord planned, Present Death's Knight a bloodied, and a smear obscures the final word. I think the word is hand. We're gonna find out why I think that in a moment.
Sicarius. And the location. We should find this Candle Hallow place.
I guess I didn't need to ask him that after all. Oh well, but Rav didn't know that. Space shunt boots. Dimension door. Yeah, so he was gonna use those to get away. And then handbag, which is just a wonderful name for it. And if we open the handbag, it's full of hands. Duke Stelmane's hand, Father Lorgan's hand, Alexander's hand, Frank's hand. Yeah, well, at least... I'm not going to take that. At least we managed to stop that particular murderer. Now, we could go to this place and face the murder tribunal, but we're a little bit spent for that. I don't really feel comfortable engaging in that at the moment. So, visit the Emperor's hideout. Speak to Leroican, we could do that. Investigate the suspicious toys. Find the Tsar Palace. Again, I feel like we're a little bit spent to be fighting a vampire lord. I think I'm going to do some shopping and then take a look at the Emperor's old hideout.
I don't read any of this. You've been single too long.
Is this a shop right here?
Yeah, but I dared you first, so you have to go.
I get it. The Devil's Fee.
Ah, so they're afraid of the shop called the Devil's Fee.
Give it a shot.
Wonder what they sell here. What's this?
That might be worth a look. A fake devil head. A lot of effort for a piece of window dressing.
Fake?
This is real.
A real
Death Devil skull, by my reckoning.
By the size, I'm guessing a gargantula.
Huh, so Karlach recognized it as
many
real.
Infernal items. Looks like a genuine Diabolist's collection.
Yeah, good thing she corrected me. Because now I know it's genuine. Interesting.
Something over there.
Infernal gems. Straight from the heart of Minauris. Quite the rarity.
Orb of Infernal Envisioning. Do I want to poke that? Poke.
Within the crystal, you see the devil Raphael sipping from a goblet of blood-red wine. He smiles as he catches your eye. Can he see you?
Huh, so we have a genuine Diabolist that is scrying on Raphael. Perhaps this could be a means of getting into the House of Hope. I'm not going to go in right now, because as I've said a few times, we are a little bit spent to be doing some big fights like that. But,
Something over there.
Monster's Horn.
Imitation horns. But barely distinguishable from the real thing.
Holy shit, they're real. Torn from a war devil's skull.
That's cool that she makes you pass those, because she obviously spent a lot of time in the Hells fighting demons and fighting with devils. How sick.
I welcome thee to the Devil's Fee, where every hellish curio is a... Oh, it's you. Your little scroot of a friend left this on my floor the last time you visited. I presume you have returned to re-engage my services?
My little scrote of a friend. That hat did look a lot like, what's-his-face, my butler's hat. Huh. Shit, this again. Remind me of our past association?
You forgot what we did? I find that hard to believe. But if you speak truth, perhaps I could jog that lazy memory of yours.
Enlighten me.
You seek answers. Lord Mammon seeks coin. I will happily mediate. Make me an offer.
Mammon. I knew it. I did.
Oh, I'm so tempted. Some of these answers are pretty funny. I'm also of a pact-bound persuasion. I don't suppose I could have a free sample. We're good.
The first hit's free, eh? My, you have changed. Fine, just this once. You stand before Mammon's picklock, latchkeeper of the 9 hells. My business is not information, nor hellish curios. Not really. I break people into the hells. That's my thing. I opened a portal for you and Lord Gortash.
Raphael did mention that somebody infiltrated Mephistopheles' vault to get the crown of Karsus. Did I play a part in that? That's kind of crazy. Yeah. Raphael told me the crown of Karsus was stolen from Mephistopheles. Were you involved in that?
Raphael. That sounds vaguely familiar, but I have a terrible memory for names.
Fuck you.
The only thing that jogs it is coin. Oh, come now. Don't be miserly. I mean, I suppose that'll do. Stingy bastard. Yes, you are quite correct. The crown of Karsus left the vault, and an opportunity opened for a devil named Raphael. His House of Hope is furnished with a great deal of treasures, many related to Karsus. But alas, he lacks the crown itself. He's rather ambitious. One can only wonder what he has planned for the crown. The answers to that can probably be found within his house.
Let's poke around the rat's nest. Maybe set it on fire on the way out.
I don't think setting fire to a house in hell will really make much of a difference, Karlach. At least not in Avernus. Maybe if it was somewhere like Kenya. Then again, it might be so fucking cold that wouldn't do anything either. I don't want to do this right now, but I'm worried that I might lose the option if I do anything else. Could you help me break into the House of Hope? I'm not going to do it now if you provide me the means of doing so.
So keen to return to the hells. Well, I suppose it's warm this time of year. Very well. If you wish to die in Avernus, that's your business. Mine is charging you for it. Of course, such a task will require quite the substantial donation to Lord Mammon's coffers.
Such a task would be tantamount to suicide. Do not even entertain it.
Oh, I'm entertaining it. But yeah, if you didn't know, Mephistopheles' vault, which I seemingly went to before, he is the archdevil of Kenya, the plane that I referenced earlier, which is a very cold plane in the 9 hells. Avernus is the first circle of the hells, which Zariel is the archdevil of. So Avernus is really hot. It's kind of like your typical vision of hell, as it's depicted in like media and such. Warlock Persuasion. Look, we both know your patron doesn't need that much. Lower your price, I could say, or waive the fee and I'll add one of Raphael's artifacts to your collection. Yeah, let's go with that. I'm gonna be resting soon. I'm more likely to succeed than not. But it's a pretty high DC. I'll do it. Yeah, I'm good. I didn't need that after all.
You put me in a difficult position, mortal. You are almost certain to fail. Almost. And so, there is a chance you might succeed. Fine. I'd like to be able to carry all of my precious stock without the need of a team of oxen. There are gauntlets of hill giant strength within the House of Hope. Free passage, and you fetch them for me. Deal?
Deal.
Allow me to outline how this is going to work. First, you were never here. We never spoke. Second, you will perform the rites yourself. I want absolute deniability. Here's the grimoire and necessary components. Oh, take this key, too. It unlocks the ritual room upstairs. There's a blood circle already drawn. Don't ask whose blood.
Along with the grimoire and components, Helsik hands you a note containing precise instructions for performing the ritual.
Finally, you were never here. That is of utmost import to remember. Now be gone!
Yeah, as I've said a few times, we are not going to be doing that now. I want to look at her wares, though.
How may I be of further assistance?
Yeah, show me your wares. The good stuff. Alright, let's have a look. Cloak of the Weave. You gain +1 bonus to spell save DC and attack rolls, and you can also do absorb elements. I think it's about time I replaced the Deathstalker's mantle. The fact that I've been wearing it this whole time is because it's been pretty useful, but I don't really want anything to do with my lineage. First things first, could the Deathstalker's mantle be useful for anybody else? I don't really want my main frontliners to go invisible, because that means they won't be tanking hits, which is kind of part of their purpose. The Cloak of Displacement's really good, so no, I think I'm just going to sell it. And then buy this. This one's also interesting, but I don't think I'm going to go for it because I would lose my +1 to spell attack rolls, which is Adroit Caster. Cantrips targeting foes and allies can target an additional creature. The same target can be chosen twice. I feel like that might stack with Eldritch Blast, but I'm actually not sure. They're pretty pricey to be taking that kind of a gamble, too. So yeah, now I'm going to do some selling. Oh, and before I do, I also got this hat here. Gibbous of the Worshipful Servant. This is the hat that she gave us that belonged to our butler. Lick Spittle's Alertness. At the start of combat, the wearer gains momentum equal to their charisma modifier. Multitasking. When you gain advantage on concentrating saving throws. So this actually could be kind of good for Astarion. He doesn't really concentrate things, but he does have a little bit of a higher charisma modifier, so he gains some momentum from it, which is pretty nice. So I'm thinking I might send that to Astarion. We'll lose out on his current helm, which is it heals him 1d6 whenever he heals other people, but we're at the point of the game where that's not going to change too much. So yeah, I'm going to do some more selling. Be right back.
In 200 years, I've seen these streets in the sunlight. You can forget just how much color there is in the world.
I was paused because I was just trying out some things, and I wanted to talk to Astarion to see how that hat looked on him, to see whether or not I wanted to hide it, but he gave an interesting, unique thing, so I unpaused for that. Apologies. Are you all right?
Yes, of course. Obviously. Sorry, did you want something?
Well, I'm actually not feeling that hat on you, Astarion, and I tried dyeing it. It didn't actually change the color of it at all, so we're going to hide that again. Right, now something that I'm going to try is I'm actually going to try out those gloves. I'm going to save, then buy them, and if they don't work with like Eldritch Blast, then I'm going to reload my save. I just want to see if they will work, and if they do, I'll commit to buying them. No, it doesn't do that, but Firebolt, wait. It doesn't work with Firebolt either? That's kind of lame. Yeah, I'm gonna reload that. I say I didn't buy those. That's dumb. And before you call that metagamey for me to use the save function like that to avoid buying it, I feel like Rav would have asked her before buying, like, hey, do these gloves do X, Y, and Z? Now I'm just gonna double check the description and see if I misread it at all. Cantrips targeting foes and allies can target an additional creature. The same target can be chosen twice. I do not know why that didn't work for Firebolt then.
Now you.
Wait, is it because I used the one from my staff rather than my own? You know what? No, I'm not buying them anyway. Because my Eldritch Blast is pretty good already.
Very well.
And basically making Firebolt constantly twinned would invalidate the point of Agonizing Blast. I think I'd rather just stick to using Eldritch Blast as my cantrip of choice for the time being.
What's he got to say for himself?
Yeah, let's go this way first, I guess. Oop, that Steel Watcher was moonwalking for a second. Let's see what... Ah, okay, so Karlach called her out. I was going to talk to her after so I could barter with him first, but I guess I'll talk to her first.
What's up for discussion?
Karlach Cliffgate? That can't possibly be you, can it?
Fitz! If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Where the hells have you been, girl? Last I heard you'd run off to Neverwinter, and that was what? 10 years ago?
Neverwinter? Who told you that?
Gortash. Said you didn't even give notice.
Ha! That prick, but... Never mind that. Look at you. The years have been good to you.
I won't lie. They have.
Well, go on, girl. Tell me everything.
First thing first, you saw the news, didn't you? About Archduke Gortash.
Right? Oh, I'm sure the fox will make a great duke of the hen house.
I think you were the only thing that kept him a little honest. After you left, things got dark, fast. I got out while my soul was still intact. Started working for an arms merchant. Still in the trade, as you can see. Met my fella Gregor that way. We've been together 8 years now. And Karlach, we've a little one on the way.
Fitz! That's incredible! Congratulations! Mum life, huh? You're going to be incredible.
Gods, I hope so. Even after all these years, it seemed to happen so fast. But now that you're back in town, you must come to ours. All of you. We'll have a good supper, catch up. You can meet Gregor. And the little one in a few months. Are the two of you together?
Ew, no. Just mates. Very good mates.
Oh, that's lovely. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I can't tell you how good it is to see you, Fitz. I'd love to come have dinner with you and Gregor. We're in the city on some urgent business, but can I come find you when it's all settled?
I'd love that. Meanwhile, if you're still in the business of intimidation, you should take a look at my stock.
I don't know why you said ew like that, Karlach, when you are the one who, and I quote, wanted to ride me till I see stars back in Act 1. And I said no. Right, well, what do you have for sale then? Does not look like a lot, to be honest. I mean, that looks interesting, but Astarion is not a bowman. So, nah, I think I'll pass on what you have.
Great to have you back, Karlach.
I could have bought more smoke powder arrows, but not right now. I want to save my gold for a few specific things. Oh, hi, Karlach, you want to talk?
Hope that wasn't a lie. I hope we do get to meet up with Fitz when this is all over. First step, save the city. Then, save myself. And last but not least, dinner with an old friend. What more could you ask for?
Yeah, sounds good. We'll definitely do that.
You in need of protection, friend? What am I saying? Everyone's in need of protection. Don't be shy. This armor can't keep you alive if it's sitting here with me.
Yeah, let's see what you have for sale. Now this is where I'm going to buy a set of armor for Astarion that is very good. This armor of agility. So basically it's like his 1T scale mail in the sense that's medium armor without a dexterity modifier limit, but it starts with a base of armor class 17. So it's going to be 17 plus 5 for him, which is quite good, if I do say so. Quite good indeed. So yeah, we're going to buy this. It's fucking expensive though. Also, sorry, Astarion, you're going to be in your undies for a second. And is there anything else I want to buy before I finish off this? I already am wearing that armor, despite the fact that it looks like padded armor is just a transmogrified appearance. Yep, that's good. Right. And you can put this on now. I'm very glad they fixed the model of this, because in earlier versions, one of the pauldrons had a missing texture, and it was really ugly. Second playthrough, I discovered that.
You've got the folk who invest in quality armor. And you've got the corpses who try to play it cheap.
You don't have to sell me. I've already bought the armor from you. Yep, so now Astarion is wearing some better armor, and he has the highest armor class of the group, plus that Cloak of Displacement. He's going to be crazy hard to hit in combat. Oh, that's minor illusion. There's a magic show going on here. I always think that kid is saying pickle instead of bigger. Oh, look who it is.
Let me back in. I'll bring Leroican out here, you tin tube. You tell Leroican I went for his goddamn night song, and now he has to pay up. What are you looking at?
What, don't remember me?
Let me back in. I'll bring Leroican out here, you tin tube. You tell Leroican I went for his goddamn night song, and now he has to pay up.
I'm sorry, what?
What are you looking at?
I didn't select the dialogue option. I just tried to skip. I guess, sorry, I didn't find anything. I'm lying to him that I didn't find the night song. Sure. The shit. I'm fine with that, whatever.
You're lying. Can't say I blame you. Thing's worth a fortune. Hope you hid it well, mate.
What are you gonna do, Aradin? You can certainly try to come for her, but she will rip you in half. God, that was weird. That must be a new bug, because that didn't happen in my last playthrough. Hi, Roland. Good to see you.
You! What are you doing here?
Why are you bloodied? That seems a bit mean. Yeah, you look a bit worse for wear. What happened to your face?
Nothing for you to worry about.
His voice catches. Something's wrong here.
But never mind that. What can I do for you?
Do many people ask about the night song?
It's all I deal with these days. People claiming their trinkets are the real night song. Looking for the mountain of gold Leroican promised. There's even a pamphlet. Take one. They're on the desk.
I do have some actual information about the night song. Not going to part with that information yet, but I do have some information that I might be willing to bring to him eventually. I want to see what he wants her for, though.
Be very sure before you make to visit Leroican. He's got a beastly temper. But if you really do know something, he'll want to see you. Head upstairs. You can find the way into his tower up there.
Before I do that...
How can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to buy something.
Huh. I suppose that, at least, I can help with.
Alright, so this is the thing that I wanted to buy right here. Birthright. Increases your charisma by 2 up to 22. My current helmet gives me +1 bonus to spell save DC and +1 to initiative roll. This hat will give me a bonus to spell save DC and spell attack rolls because it's an increase in charisma, which is my spellcasting ability, and it will also just make my dialogue checks even more ridiculously good. So I'm going to buy it because it's just an all-around improvement. And these are robes, which I don't really use robes. I have my light armor proficiency, which I am perfectly content with. But I'm gonna look anyway. It's only once per short rest. I can already quicken spells. Yeah, and then you have a bunch of scrolls. Fantastic if you're a wizard, but Rav is not a wizard. Right, now how does this hat look on me? Oh god, it looks like it's just sitting on top of my head. Persuasion plus 14. Gosh. Alright, ooh, yeah, there's this ring right here I forgot about. At the beginning of your turn, the ring activates and heals you 1d4 hit points.
Oh, I could go for a good meal.
Indolence breeds madness.
You don't really need this really much anymore. I feel like this regeneration could be good for you as a frontliner. It's not a lot of healing, but it's a little bit, and that will add up over time. Let's do this trade then. There you go, Lae'zel. Then Astarion, your rings are good for you, yeah.
Hope you found what you're looking for.
Yeah, so now my charisma is 22. Ravadar is terrifyingly charismatic. Huh, Mind Flayer Tadpole specimen. Unfortunately, we are being looked at from all angles. Do I have, like, anything of invisibility? I do. Glug glug. And yoink. Oh.
You've been caught in the act. So much for the perfect crime.
I had not realized taking that would break my invisibility. I'm gonna deny the accusation.
Nothing you carry can incriminate you. The matter is settled.
That's because tadpoles immediately go into your tadpole menu rather than your inventory if you've embraced the tads. Yeah, who do I want to give this to? So you have Luck of the Far Realms. Also Cold Weak. Yeah, Wisdom is your spellcasting ability for tadpole abilities. I don't think Lae'zel has a particularly good Wisdom. Let's see here. Wisdom 12. Wisdom 12. I mean, I have a Wisdom of 11. But, oh well. Yeah, I guess that is something I didn't really think about. My spell save DC for tadpole abilities got a bit worse after I embraced the Monk's Madness. I think I'm going to give Karlach Luck of the Far Realms. Right, and let's see what you might have for sale.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Literature department. Can I help you?
Why are you whispering?
These books are sensitive. They prefer an environment of quiet reverence.
What do you have on offer?
Scrolls, parchments, codices, tomes. Take a look and see what calls you.
Alright, what do you have for sale? Ooh, Scroll of Chain Lightning, that could be really good. Ooh, Scroll of Disintegrate, that could also be really good. Oh, I'm tempted to buy those, actually. I am tempted to buy them. You know what? Not right now. Maybe before, like, as we're prepping for a bigger fight. And yes, I stopped whispering. I wasn't going to continue it the entire time. Although it would have been funny for the bit. But I digress. Yeah, I think I'm good. Before I go...
How can I help you?
I'd be interested in any especially rare tomes you might have.
Bold. You might have heard that our library has a collection other shops would lack the skill to curate. Between us, even Master Leverokin was reluctant to house them in his tower. The pen is mightier than the magic wand, apparently. They're locked away here for their and our customers' safety. Our finest reserve includes the Tharkiat Codex, the Annals of Karsus and Netherese Folly, Sights of the Seelie, and the Curriculum of Strategy. Do any of those interest you?
Tharkiite Codex might be useful for the Necromancy of Thay that I'm still holding on to, because I've still yet to unlock the entirety of its knowledge. The Annals of Karsus and Netherese Folly could be useful so that we know what we're going up against with the Crown of Karsus. It might have a little bit more information about it. Sights of the Seelie, I believe that is a court in the Feywild, but that's not particularly useful for us. Curriculum of Strategy, I don't think that's particularly catching Rav's interest. At the moment, I think his interest has been most piqued by the Tharkiite Codex, because that could unlock some more power for him. The Tharkiite Codex.
Interesting choice. If I didn't know better, I'd think you might have the Necromancy of Thay in your possession. I'd advise tremendous care with the Tharkiat Codex. The cost of unlocking its mysteries is onerous.
Can I buy one of these rare tomes?
Buy? Books as temperamental as these are not on sale. They are secured in our vault, where none can harm them, nor can they do any harm. I'm happy to describe the wonders that lie between their covers, but I'm afraid purchasing them is simply out of the question.
I came all the way from Neverwinter to admire your collection. Couldn't I just peek in the vault? No, I'm not going to use friends on her. Hey, rolled the DC exactly, and then almost got a 40 with the added bonuses. Gosh.
Customers like you are why I prefer the company of books. The only way to gain access to the vault is through my office. And before you ask, no, you are not allowed in there either.
Or perhaps we can break in at some point? Well, what can you tell me about the Annals of Karsus and Netherese Folly?
It is said to be written by Lord Karsus himself, the Netherese arcanist who attempted to replace the goddess Mystra, failed, and was banished for the attempt. Great magical knowledge lies within those pages, but not many can withstand it.
The Annals of Karsus would no doubt have much to say about the crone's true nature. If only you could read them.
Thank you. I've learned more than enough.
You certainly have. Even simple knowledge of these tomes is enough to stimulate most.
Before I go,
how can I help you?
how are you feeling, Books? Still sensitive? Oh, shit. Let's go. Oh, I love that you can actually do that. But yes, that is where I'm going to end off this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.